All right, go ahead and tell me your name, your major, and where you're from.
I'm Virginia, Verburg, and I am from Illinois originally, but now I live in Athens, and my major is elementary education.
Tell me a little bit about what you did today.
We went to the mission, and I worked at first in the classes upstairs with education, and I went to the reading class, and we helped grade essays that the students had written the day before about what they like to read in the newspaper. And then we all read the newspaper. We took turns reading paragraphs out of certain articles, and then we discussed the articles after we were done reading. And one of the articles we read was about embryonic stem cell research, and that was pretty interesting to hear what they had to say about it. And they actually questioned us a lot about what we thought, if it was a good decision to overturn Bush's disapproval of it, and whether or not it should be used for cloning. And it was really interesting to hear their response to that.
What was interesting about it?
Well, one of the students kept asking the instructors whether he thought it was right that they used the stem cells for research, and the instructor said he thought it was good to use for research because the embryos that we get the stem cell from are just being kind of, he said, wasted. And if we can cure diabetes or some other disease or cancer even, then we should definitely use them. But he doesn't approve of cloning. Like, for example, humans, he would not approve of that. And I think the student felt the same way about the stem cell research. And we also talked about a job bill that's being passed, and it would give a lot more jobs to illegal immigrants. And the student felt that the illegal immigrants shouldn't get the jobs, but legal immigrants should get them. And so that was a hot topic. But I think that's like a hot topic anywhere you talk about that in the U.S. So it was good to see like the same conversations we're having in school, they're having in their classrooms. So that was really interesting.
And what do you think about the fact that they're taking the time to try to get these homeless individuals to read the newspaper? What do you think about that?
I think that's so great, because not all of them get the chance to watch TV and find out what's going on in the world. And the essays that I read, like, they said that they read sports to see, of course, because they're all guys, they want to keep up with their teams. They use the classified ads a lot to search for jobs. And then, actually, one kind of a sad part was they said that they used the newspaper to find out if their friends had gotten in trouble with the law or anything, or to see if their friends had passed away. So, but I think it's great that they're using the newspaper. I think it helps a lot with the literacy and learning new words, definitely, so it's great.
Did you get the chance to see maybe whether or not the people in the class were good readers or bad readers?
Yeah, everybody took a turn in the class, and we had all different types of students in there. Like, we had a 21-year-old student. We had mostly the other students in there were like maybe 50s actually, and it was like for the GED. So they said that not all of the students, like most of the students, wouldn't graduate there with their GED because they're not there long enough. But this gives them a head start when they go back to high school, or when they go out into the real world, they'll have a head start and they'll be caught up with these classes. So I actually looked through the board that they had outside of the classrooms, and it has pictures of all the people that have graduated with their GED, and there was 14 people last year that graduated with their GED. So,
do you think that that's a good number or a bad number?
I think there's like, I don't know how many people exactly are housed there. I think it could be higher, but I think the problem is that they don't stay there long enough to obtain their GED from the program, which I guess I could take that as good if they're actually getting their own place and stuff, but it could be, I think it could be a little bit higher.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you did tonight?
Sure. We went to the campus and we watched a movie. We watched Stop the Yard with some of the residents, and I was actually sitting next to one of the residents, and I had already watched the movie, so I kept telling him what was going on because we couldn't really hear because everybody was playing games in the background. So he already pretty much knew what was going on just from looking at the video, but I told him just to reinforce that, and he was grateful for that. And I think he really enjoyed watching the movie and just like spending time like chilling out and hanging out with other people. I think he really enjoyed that.
All right.